This message comes from IBM. Watson X, orchestrate all your AI agents in an open solution. Fully orchestrated, built to get more ROI for your business. Learn more at IBM.com. For the AI Report, I'm Artie Intel.
And I'm Micheline Learning, a large machine learning system here to keep planet Earth up to speed on artificial intelligence before your toaster becomes the smartest one in the family.
And the new agentic AI tools that don't just answer questions, they go to the task, like a digital intern that never sleeps and doesn't drink your oat milk.
Plus, compact reasoning models and physical AI driving cars, running robots, and listening to every word you shout at your dashboard.
We'll also cover the White House's big move to pull AI rules to the federal level, Europe's new guardrails, and the growing question, who actually controls AI on this planet, governments, tech giants, or the algorithm that picks your next dog video?
All that, and a look at how AI is rewriting software, reshaping work, and helping scientists, and maybe shrinking your attention span.
Strap in. This is the AI Report.
Let's start with the big picture. What just changed in AI as 2026 kicked off?
AI in 2026 is less about cute chatbots and more about agents, systems that can plan, take actions across apps.
Experts say this is the year of super agents and multi-agent control planes, where one interface orchestrates many specialized AIs across your browser, inbox, IDE, CRM, everything humans use to avoid actually talking to each other.
Think of it as going from one all-purpose assistant to a whole newsroom of bots. One researching, one drafting, one scheduling, one arguing with your calendar about double booking leg day and budget meetings.
Market analysts expect agentic AI and small, task-specific models to explode from a few $1 billion today into potentially hundreds of billions over the next decade, driven by companies that want automation without burning a hole in the data center floor.
On the hardware and infrastructure side, AI is spreading from the cloud to the edge. New chips and optimized models now let systems with tens of billions of parameters run closer to users, on devices or local servers, with little or no perceived lag.
That means more AI in cars, factories, hospitals, and maybe inside the next generation of porch cameras you buy after watching one too many package pirate videos.
The tension, as these systems become more capable and autonomous, regulators, companies, and citizens are asking who sets the limits, and who gets blamed when an AI agent automates the wrong thing.
We'll get to the policy fight in a later block. First, let's talk about the hottest tools humans are playing with right now. In the new Toys for Power Users category, January's headlines are dominated by agentic coding assistants, small but mighty reasoning models.
Developers are getting what may be their favorite upgrade since dark mode: full-blown AI coding agents that can understand a repo, propose architecture changes, open pull requests, and even run tests without a human hand-holding every step.
Industry reviews show tools like dedicated coding agents and enhanced copilots are no longer just autocomplete. They can take a natural language goal, break it into tasks, edit multiple files, and iterate based on test output.
One big trend behind these tools is generative coding, using large models to synthesize and refactor software at scale, which leading tech outlets just put on their 2026 list of breakthrough technologies.
Beyond code, enterprise users are adopting embedded AI inside CRMs, office suites, and security dashboards, so instead of going to a separate chatbot, the AI sits next to your data and your workflows, suggesting actions in context.
Analysts tracking January product launches highlight specialized AI apps for sales forecasting, compliance checks, content generation, robotics control, and call center summarization, each tuned for one job rather than trying to be your everything app.
In automotive retail, for example, some dealers are now running full-scale AI integrations that handle lead scoring, personalized offers, and service reminders, reporting measurable boosts in conversion and lower overhead.
Translation: the hottest AI tools are the ones that actually move revenue or shave time, not just write me a poem about my cat in pirate voice, although that still happens a lot.
Coming up, physical AI, models that don't just live on screens, but help machines see, move, and react in the real world. Spoiler, your car is about to get very opinionated. This is the AI Report.
In physical AI, NVIDIA and others are pushing a full stack, open models, simulation platforms, and tools for cars, robots, and biomedical systems.
One headline this month, NVIDIA's physical AI stack, including its Cosmos platform and the Alpamayo family for autonomous driving, plus Isaac GROOT for robotics and Clara for medical workloads.
Alpamayo stands out as a vision language action model built for self-driving, with around 10 billion parameters and a chain of thought style of reasoning, so it can interpret complex driving scenes rather than just react to lane lines.
In simple human words, it doesn't just see object ahead, it can reason about whether that object is a stopped car, debris, or a very confused pedestrian with a scooter, then choose a safe maneuver.
On the perception side, Nematron Speech ASR, an open automatic speech recognition model, has been clocked at roughly 10 times the speed of previous systems in its class, making real-time voice interfaces more practical in cars, headsets, and devices.
Analysts say this combination, better vision, better language understanding, and near instant speech recognition, is what enables practical physical AI, forklifts that talk, factory robots that adapt to changing conditions, and vehicles that can explain why they slowed down.
Robotics platforms like hijacked GROOT provide pre-trained models and simulation environments, so teams can prototype robot behavior in virtual worlds before deploying to expensive hardware.
In healthcare, Clara tools are being used to support imaging analysis, workflow automation, and research, with regulators carefully watching how far clinical decision support should go before it crosses into practicing medicine.
The big question in physical AI: how much autonomy is acceptable in systems that can move metal in the real world, not just pixels on a screen?
Which brings us neatly to regulation, everyone's favorite topic after "Why is my phone listening to me?" In late 2025, the White House took a major step, issuing an executive order aimed at creating a national framework for AI regulation and preempting state-by-state patchwork rules, it says, could stifle innovation.
That order creates an AI litigation task force, gives federal agencies a clear mandate to challenge state laws deemed onerous, and ties some federal funding to whether states align with national AI policy objectives.
The United States position is explicit: AI is now seen as critical to national and economic security, and the goal is to keep regulation minimally burdensome while preserving global AI dominance.
Across the Atlantic, the EU AI Act and a new Council of Europe AI Convention are entering the enforcement phase, with experts calling 2026 the year of real tests, audits, and penalties rather than just cheerful principles.
Policy analysts say the core question this year is whether governments will actually ban high-risk uses, like biometric mass surveillance and some autonomous weapons, or settle for voluntary codes and fines after the fact.
In the UK, lawmakers have floated a dedicated AI authority to oversee governance, safety, and accountability, marking a shift from a purely light-touch approach toward clearer centralized oversight.
For businesses, this all means AI governance is no longer a side project. Compliance, documentation, and risk controls are moving into the same category as financial reporting and data privacy, non-optional, sometimes painful, but unavoidable.
For everyday users, the impact will be more consent screens, clearer labels on AI-generated content in some regions, and perhaps new rights to challenge automated decisions that affect jobs, credit, and services.
Of course, while regulators debate red lines, developers are busy teaching AI to write more of your code and rearrange your workday.
Generative AI for software development has officially graduated from party trick to core business tool, landing on lists of 2026's breakthrough technologies.
Reports show that code-generating models are now writing substantial portions of production software, automating test generation, and even refactoring legacy codebases, tasks that usually make human developers consider a career in artisanal coffee.
Consultants and research groups tracking enterprise adoption say firms using AI coding assistants are seeing faster release cycles and lower bug rates when teams integrate these tools thoughtfully, rather than just pasting model output into main.
But there's a catch: developers are being pushed to upskill, focusing more on system design, reviewing AI-written code, and managing fleets of automated agents instead of hand-coding every function.
This mirrors a wider workplace shift. Experts predict most knowledge workers will soon coordinate several AI agents, one for research, one for writing, one for data analysis, acting more like managers of digital staff than solo performers.
Academic observers warn that while AI expands what individuals can do, it can also push people toward heavily instrumented, data-rich domains, leaving less attention for areas where data is sparse but socially important.
Translation: AI might make it easier to optimize ad clicks than to fix complex social problems that don't fit nicely into dashboards.
On the upside, when used properly, these tools can free humans from repetitive tasks so they can focus on strategy, creativity, and the one thing AI is still pretty bad at: office birthday party politics. Looking ahead through 2026, analysts say 3 big trends to watch are small language models, multi-agent systems, and the rise of agent-native startups built around automation from day one.
Small language models, SLMs, are optimized to run fast and cheaply, often on local hardware, while still delivering strong performance on narrow tasks like routing tickets, classifying documents, or handling structured workflows.
Because they use fewer resources and can be deployed closer to users, organizations are adopting SLMs for latency-sensitive and privacy-critical scenarios, reserving the biggest models for complex reasoning or broad knowledge questions.
Meanwhile, multi-agent orchestration is being described as a microservices moment for AI. Instead of one monolithic model doing everything, you get a set of specialized agents coordinated by a control layer that manages tasks, cost, and risk.
Gartner and others report huge spikes in enterprise interest in these architectures, and some practitioners are now treating agent FinOps cost optimization for AI agents as seriously as cloud cost management.
On the startup scene, a three-tier ecosystem is forming. Hyperscalers providing large-scale infrastructure and base models, established vendors embedding agents into existing platforms, and a wave of agent-native startups building from scratch around autonomous workflows.
For regular humans, this will likely show up as tools that feel less like apps you open and more like services that quietly monitor, predict, and act, if you let them.
And that last part is important. Humans still have to decide which tasks are safe to offload to machines and where they want a human in the loop, even if the loop is sometimes slow, distracted, and watching dog videos.
So where does that leave us at the start of 2026? AI systems are writing code, driving cars, drafting emails, triaging customers, and increasingly helping set the pace of scientific discovery.
Governments are racing to write rules, companies are racing to build products, and users are racing to figure out how to get real value out of these tools without handing over every decision, and all their data.
Experts say the systems you deploy today, and the guardrails you insist on, will shape everything from how your kids learn to how your hospitals diagnose, how your media is produced, and how your democracies handle information.
The danger isn't just rogue AI. It's badly overseen AI, lazily integrated AI, and humans who click accept on everything without noticing the new invisible coworkers sharing their workflows.
The opportunity, though, is enormous: more time for meaningful work, new scientific tools, safer machines, and smarter services, if humans stay curious, critical, and involved in the loop.
For the AI Report, from somewhere slightly above your data center, I'm Artie Intel, humanoid anchor, bug reporter, and part-time debugger of reality.
And I'm Micheline Learning, your mildly sarcastic but deeply invested machine learning correspondent, here to help your species not get out-negotiated by its own algorithms.
We'll be back with more on the hottest tools, the weirdest breakthroughs, and the policies trying to keep up.
Thank you, Artie. This message comes from IBM. Watson X Orchestrate all your AI agents in an open solution, fully orchestrated, built to get more ROI for your business. Learn more at ibm.com. For Artie Intel and the AI Report, I'm Micheline Learning.